Hello and welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and today I've got two completed journals to share with you. These are my only two Christmas journals. I will not be making any more. I wanted to get them done in plenty of time for anybody that wanted Christmas journals. So this one, as you can see, is a nice A5 type size. It's tied up with twine. I feel it matches the grunginess of the book. The cover is semi-hard, it's card, and it's got a Tim Holtz Decoupage paper on the top, which I've painted in, inked up and stitched to fabric, and it's stitched right the way through. On the inside we've got a December Edith Holden page, and then all of these pages are envelope bases. So here we've got a little clip with this card. We've got a Tim Holtz collage strip that makes a pocket. This one is glued down just to make it look like there's always something in there, even if you take the ephemera pieces out. And if I come over, the reason that clip was on there is because this was on this side, this little journal card holding this postcard shut. So we open up the postcard, and in this pocket here we've got a magazine front journaling card. We've got a little Santa tag that can be written on. We've got a handle with care label, that's a Artie Mays, and then there's just a jingle word card that goes there. And then I closed the postcard. I put the Christmas magazine advert on top, put the little clip on, and then on the other side I thought it made sense to put Noel under the clip. Okay, and then on this side we have got a Tracy Fox post box, some Tim Holtz people. I've stitched something in behind the pocket of the post box, and then again we've got an advertising little journal card there. We come over this side, we've got an Artie Mays Christmas page, collage page. We've got another one of those Christmas words, and this time I've used it as a tuck spot for another magazine advert journaling card, and that just slots under there. On this side here I have got one of the Christmas frames that I made with you. You can write on the back there if you want to, and that's in an Artie Mays pocket with a tag. It just sits in there like that. Every page is decorated and interactive. This one we've got a faux CD case with some ribbon, some Tim Holtz people, and then we flip that over. We've got a pattern on the back, and then we've got a music pocket here. Again, I've stuck this one down so it looks like there's always something in the pocket. Another vintage magazine front as a little journaling card in that pocket there. And then you've got two signatures, 1, 2, and they are just plain tea-dyed papers that I've used a Christmas stencil on in green all the way through. So there's lots and lots and lots of writing space and plain space for you to stick things down in. I've deliberately done a big bow on the centre string, so if you wanted to you could undo the bow. There is a secure knot underneath, and then you can put some beads and things on it. And the second signature is exactly the same. It's plain and stenciled all the way through to give you the chance to do all your memories in, if you like. And then on to the next interactive page, where we've got these three pieces making a very interesting belly band, and then we've just got a December date card in there and another magazine advert to act as a journaling card. And then as we come over, And this one, there's another Artie Mays pocket. There's a bingo card, which again you can use as a journaling space. There's a ticket, again journaling space, and then just a decoupage with interesting pattern on the back. And then here on this one we've got a giant music belly band. Got a lady on, well, a girl really, in Victorian type coat with an image of a ticket and a date, and this is an embossed piece with Christmas on that I've just inked up, and that's under there like that. As I say, each one of these is an envelope, and the calico has been stitched, as you can see, and glued inside each envelope, so they're not going anywhere. On this page here, I did a poinsettia and I stuck this rather charming looking gent on, and then I only stuck around this side. So again, we've got a tag, we've got a little naughty and nice list that can all be used as journal space, and then another one of these words. So they all sitting there. And then on this side, we've got 1, 2, 3 journaling cards. So there's an envelope with a card that acts as a bit of a pocket because I've stitched it there, stuck another word, home for the holidays, and a date. And then we've got these vintage magazine fronts again, one behind that advert, and then one in front of that advert. So it just looks like a really stacked out envelope. And then on the last page is another one of the collage pages from Artie Mays. Fragile handle with care. There's another North Pole label there. And then this is an embossed, again, that same embossing in a tag shape. And that just slots in there. And then right on the end is a December Edith Holden page, and then we've got another Tim Holtz Decoupage paper that I've painted in, and that's the poinsettia, and this one looks, you know, like a postcard, and it's got this lovely tartan down the side. So that's that one, and as I say, it's just done up with a twine bow. I felt that was the most appropriate, goes with the grunginess of the book, I feel. So that's the little one. I'm going to call that the little Christmas one. And then this one, you saw some of the making of this one. Now this is an old writing case. It had a tiny closure there, which if you saw the video you will remember. I cut it off, I stuck it down there, and I put these 3 little chipboard dangles on it. So I just took that one, I put them 2 together, took that one, and if we just lift that up, slide that in, and then clip that down. Oops, that one didn't go. Clip that one in as well. See, you should never undo things, Claire, once you've done them up. Oh, goodness me. But the point is, if you want to, you can take them off at any point and use them somewhere else. If you saw the video, you'll know that I put the card, the Tim Holtz fabric, piece of a collage strip there, and then I put these moulded 3-dimensional pieces on top, and we got some jingle bells. Because it was a writing case, it had no spine, so I've had to add a card spine, and there are some dirt and age marks on here, but to me that's part of the beauty. Then if we open it up, I've left the writing case mainly as it was, so of course it had all these pockets, so I've tucked in nice little bits of ephemera that can be used throughout the journal as you're you know, decorating up your pages. In this one, we've got all these little labels. It's the most wonderful time of year. Mrs. Claus's Bakery for gingerbread. Believe in the magic of Christmas. So they're all in there. In this side, trying to, you know, remember that it was a writing folder, I've put some red and green vintage stamps along with, you know, some real old ones in there, but they're all red and green to go with the feel of Christmas, and they just all tuck in there. Over here we've got some bigger pieces of ephemera, can be stuck down or used for writing on, and they all go in there. And on this side we've got some card ones. You made it to the nice list, special delivery, season's greetings. So they're in that side. Then under here we've got a really chunky chipboard tag, and this has been decoupaged with vintage book page and texture paste and digikits and napkins, and that's in there. And then all of our pages are stitched onto these cloths, and all the cloths are then stitched through. Now each page is made from torn book page that's been aged and coloured and distressed. So I've written very roughly, I've put ink all around the edges, I've put paint splats and the like on top. There's even some embossing glitters, some gold leaf, and I've used Tim Holtz elements to make like a pocket. So that's half of a collage strip, there's one of the little dolls and one of the houses, and then I just made a little envelope. There's nothing in the envelope. There's a beautiful picture from one of the collage strips behind, a little man and an admit one ticket, and that just sits in there. Again, each of the pages is fully decorated and interactive. So on this one, there's another one of these Christmas frames that I did. You can see the splodges of gold leaf around there, all stitched, so it's, you know, solid and safe. And then we've just got some tags from a paper pad. They sit in there. And then this one is a page that I did. I laid on a bauble. I think that was last year I did these. And this one I've just laid on a fireplace. And then on this page I've got a ribbon, organza ribbon there to make like a horizontal belly band. There's some decoupage paper there, there's some napkin here, and then I've used a collage strip to make like a matchbook. I stole this, I think it was from Susie Shabby Soul. There's another one inside, and then there's all bits in here. There's some paper dolls, there's a vintage car, and there's one of the Tim Holtz words. So that goes in there like that. And then on top of there, I stenciled, large A4 stenciled tea-dyed paper, turned the corners over, just made it into a bit of an envelope, and then I tucked in a vintage December diary page, a vintage page from one of my books, and some music, and just poked all of that up there, under there. And then as we come over here, I've used 2 pieces of collage strip and some faux vintage tape just to make a dangle really that I've poked through, stitched all round it, and then you've just got a bit of a collage here. There's more of the green and pinky red paints and some gold leaf on there. And then on this side we've got a belly band, but not a belly band. So on this page I've got faux CD cases again with a little Tim Holtz man and one of those labels. that opens that way. It is not open, I have sealed it, but you've got that lovely gold leaf underneath. Same on this one, that opens that way. Got a napkin bird on that one, and I've just tucked in some journal card space on top like that. Then I've got an envelope here that's actually got 2 layers of fabric. So there's the first layer with a little journaling card, and there's the second layer with a different journal card. And then that comes over, and again I've used Tim Holtz paper doll with a house and a car. Got the gold leaf and the napkin and some decoupage paper, and then we've got this little tag. But again, even this tag is interactive, because if we take this piece of collage strip out, there's nobody sitting in the car anymore, and we put it back and there's a man sitting in the car, and it's just music on the back there, and I just pop that in there like that. Then we come to the coffee dyed paper signature. So here I've stamped was the night before Christmas. Again, I've made one of these pockets out of the Tim Holtz pieces. So you've got one of the men sitting on part of the collage sheet, or strip, not sheet, which is on top of one of the houses. And then I've used the collage strip and some music paper and a label just to make a tag which slots in there. And then as we come over, you'll see these are basically plain pages. They're tea dyed, some are lined, they've got stamping on, some are more interesting. This is a copy of Sunday, December the 12th, 1934 from the Daily Mirror. And again, stamped, and it flops out, comes over. This is old dictionary. Again, a bit of stamping. Vintage cookery, making the Christmas pudding, more stamping, the Christmas fire, music paper, some real grungy lined paper. Again, I've done a giant bow so you can pull the strings out, put beads or whatever if you'd like to. More music paper, because obviously we're going backwards. We've got 2 little robins on a holly. We've got a Merry Christmas, Christmas cake, and then we've got mistletoe, dictionary, little stocking hanging up. 'Tis the season to sparkle. There's the other piece of that newspaper, lined paper, Christmas roses and berries and leaves. And then we come to another Christmas carol page. This one's got a giant bow. This one's got presents. And then our interactive page here is fabric on card with a big label and a little replica of an old Christmas card. And then we've got another one of these poinsettias, and I've got a Christmas tag at the top. And then we've got another one of these beautiful envelopes that sits in front of it. We've got another piece of collage paper, that one was on there, and another piece of the collage strip there. So that just fills up the poinsettia. And then we've got this lovely envelope. Again, there's some collage strip and a paper doll, and that just sits in there as well. And then when we come over this side, we've got another vintage Christmas card, gold leaf, little faux envelope, and 2 corner pockets, decoupage paper. So we've got this large one where I've actually made the tag. I've die cut out a hole, put the collage paper behind, some faux tape, 2 green stamps, tea dyed paper on the back, and that just fits there. And then we've got a little tiny piece here, again just for journaling, so that sits there. More gold leaf, Then on this side we've got another one of these really interesting belly bands. So if I take this out, you can see that I've put the decoupage paper on the envelope. I've then used various pieces of the collage strips to make a belly band, and then I've just put this 1938 calendar from a book that I've got in there, and that just slides all the way through there. Okay, and then on this side we have got 1, 2, 3 areas. So you can see, that's a pocket, you want to go in there, and that's a pocket, and then this gold leaf and these labels and this decorated paper. And then on this side, another one of these belly bands, because I really enjoyed making these. It was a way of putting several of the collage strips together, so I sort of cut them in half and quarters and stuck them together, gold leaf flying around. And this is a 1937 December diary page, and again that just slides under. Actually, you can do it from this side, doesn't really matter. That just slides under our interesting belly band there. And as we turn over our very last page, we've got like a file folder double pocket. So I've used this large journaling card to make into like a tuck spot, and we've got a mini tag and just a little piece of collage strip, and that's in the back, the big one. And then we've got a small card with a man sitting on the collage there, music on the back. That one goes in the front. And then at the back, because it was a writing folder, there's a slit there for your pad. So I just did an advert, a Dickens Christmas Carol page and some papers, just to make a little notebook that can slide under the back there. And then in this back pocket we've got another one of these giant wooden tags. You've got music paper, you've got the decoupage paper, stamps, collage strips, stamping, napkin, all sorts going on there. Not put a ribbon in it, didn't know what you'd want to do with it. So that slots in there like so. Whoops. Straighten you up a bit. There you go. And then the whole thing shuts up, and you'll see that you've got plenty of space down this side. You know, it sits well within its frame. I've not put a closure on it because I thought with all this stuff on the front, you know, if you put the closure there, you go with the poinsettia, whatever. But there is still plenty of room to play in here because, you know, you've got all those coffee dyed pages in the middle. You could decorate up the spine with some lace if you wanted to. You could even repeat something like this on the back. You could undo those centre cords. Where are they? Round about here. And you can bring yourself out some bead dangles, so it makes even more noise. And it's got more dangly bits than it's got at the moment. So as always, a huge thank you for you coming along, spending time with me today. I hope you've enjoyed looking through my Christmas offerings for this year. Anyone that's interested will find these in my Etsy shop. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.